Hi, I'm Raya, and this is Wondering About Wolves. Today, we're looking at the Wolves versus Leicester match review.
Yes, a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take that.
Yeah, before the game,
You know.
we said, well, I said it was going to be a draw, didn't I? Which I said I'd be happy with. You thought we were going to lose.
I know.
But
I'm happy, I'm over the moon.
yeah, a draw's a decent result for us against a good team in Leicester. 0-0 at Molineux today. So, first on the agenda is normally goals that we look at, but obviously we can't. So, what's first on the agenda instead?
The play ratings.
Okay, tell us what you've given Rui Patricio then to start with.
I gave him a 6. He didn't have much to do, so I don't think you could give him any higher than that, really.
No, you couldn't say he had a poor game or anything, but he wasn't really called upon to do much, and the things he did have to do were basic stuff, so a 6 is fair enough for Patricio.
Then Donka a 7. It's a clean sheet for any defender. That's
yeah.
good,
I think with the defenders, we're looking at 7s, aren't we?
Yeah.
Really, those pretty steady performances. So then Donka comes into that category. Jamie Vardy did get across the front of him right at the end with that header that he could have scored. But apart from that, I think Dendoncker was steady. Yeah.
And next, Cody a 7 as well.
Yeah.
Good passing. The last game it was a bit shaky.
Yeah, lately.
It was like, what's happened to him?
Lately his passing ain't been as good as it, has been knocking him out of place.
But today was better.
The passing, I agree. I think the passing
well.
was better today from Cody. He defended well. So again, another 7 for a defender.
And then Kilman also a 7. He did a good block, a sliding block, didn't he?
Harvey Barnes got his shot away inside the box. It was a really good block from Kilman to slide in there and get the blocks.
But
I think that was going in.
He did get a ball over his head.
Over his head, yeah. Ricardo Pereira played a nice little ball over the top and he beat Kilman. Vardy was in behind him, but luckily Vardy's touch let him down and Kilman was able to recover. So he did do a good block to prevent a goal, but he also had that little let off there when things could have gone worse. But overall, a good steady game again, I thought, from Kilman.
Next to Maido, a 7.
Yeah.
I thought he was quite steady. He was better attacking.
He likes to contribute going forwards, doesn't he? And I'll tell you what, there was one time in the second half he did a really good interception on the far post. There was a cross that went right across the face and beat all of our defenders. And there, I don't know, it might have been Barnes who was sneaking around the back for him, and he intercepted it. Semedo did, and he got it away because that was a crucial interception from a very dangerous cross. And I think Semedo, like a lot of the other defenders today, a 7 is a fair score, and he always likes to get forward and contribute. He tried a shot with his left foot in the second half that earned us a corner, but overall, pretty steady stuff again from Semedo. Some good defending in part as well when he stood Barnes up and won the ball cleanly from him.
Next, Neves. Guess what the rating is?
What is it?
A 7.
A 7. Lovely
again.
stuff. Yeah.
Steady, I thought as well. His shooting hasn't been
that was the thing today.
Over the crossbar.
The thing today with Neves was he did a lot of hard work in midfield.
Oh, he did. He's a very hard worker. He's always working hard.
He was tackling, winning the ball, and trying to use the ball positively. Fair enough. But his shooting was off today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
3 or 4 goals he had,
I know.
didn't he? And each time he was way off target.
Yeah.
So a decent overall performance from him today. Just a little bit off with his shooting.
And he was booked as well, wasn't he?
And he was booked as well, yes.
Next, Moutinho. A 7.
No.
Yes.
Another 7.
A lot of 7s
A lot
today.
of 7s, yeah.
He had a bad shot, didn't he?
Edge of the box, it's a good opportunity,
If we would have got that, it would have been 3 points.
A good opportunity to at least hit the target and make the goalkeeper save the ball.
Yeah.
But
he was steady
over the top.
I thought. Overall,
he
had a good game.
A good game. Just again, that chance he had on the edge of the box to get his shot away.
If he could put that away.
Or at least just work the goalkeeper, hit the target, but to miss it and put it over the bar was disappointing. But overall, a decent performance again from Moutinho.
Next, Johnny. A 7.
A 7 again.
It's like 7.
7s for everybody. 7s for everybody. Yeah.
He was off half time, wasn't he?
Yeah.
5 minutes.
In respect to that, we don't know why that is.
No,
we're hoping,
felt his knee, but
we're hoping
that was like
that was the plan.
Yeah.
We're hoping that Nuno had said to Johnny, "Listen, I'm going to give you 45 minutes." To ease yourself back into first team football.
Don't go straight full game.
And the plan was always to take him off at half time and bring Hoover on. Maybe next time we play, we'll give him an hour. So it's a little bit more again to break, because this guy's been out a long time. To break him in easily. That's what we're hoping. We're hoping it's not because he's feeling some discomfort in his knee. I'm sure we'll find out, the question I guess will be asked in the press conference, but with these journalists, you never know what questions are going to come up with. Some of the questions they ask them,
what?
They're so inane, some of the questions. So let's see what they ask him, and they should ask that, what's up with Johnny, is he okay?
Yeah. And I just want to say, do you remember the block the lie down?
Yes!
And his belly was just like, no!
Yeah, in the first half,
He sacrificed himself.
He got his body in the way. He actually lay down on the floor and took it in the stomach to get a block. So great to have Johnny back.
Yeah.
And
a good block.
It's another option we got because, again, Pedence is out, Bolly
We've got
out.
injury after injury.
Yeah.
Another injury is popping up.
Today, we've got Johnny back and Sace is back. He was on the bench. But we get 2 players back and we lose another 2 because now Bolly and Pedence are out. So really, we're still struggling in terms of numbers. Who's next on your list?
Traore, I gave him a 7.
Okay.
Now, he was a bit like of a mix. First half, he was struggling to get past their defence.
Yeah, James Justin it was. James Justin, who was the man who was marking him. And for the first, I'm going to say 20, 25 minutes, James Justin had the better of him and Traore couldn't get round him.
But then, in the middle of the whole game, I thought he was good. He was getting past, he was creating, he was putting crosses in.
I think from minutes 30 to 70, that sort of period, Traore did get the better of Justin and got a lot of joy and put in a couple of dangerous balls. But then I think by the end of the game
it
again,
was the same back to the start.
Leicester had got on top of him again. This time, Hamza Chowdhury was helping out James Justin. They were double teaming him. And then they got to grips with him again then. So, like you say, for Traore, it was in phases, the game. Not so good, really good, not so good. So overall, a 7 I think is probably a fair enough grade.
Next is Jose. He came off. But now, it's a 5.
Oh, a different number.
A different number, but it's a bit low. I wish it was an 8 or 9. Even 10.
Tell us why it's a 5 then. Why did you give him a 5?
Well, I didn't think he had any impact on the game. He was anonymous, he wasn't creating chances.
Yeah, I agree. Before, I think he's been more heavily involved and he's been able to...
And it's he was good today. He was having shots on target.
Yeah. But today, he wasn't involved as much. He did little bits and bobs that were decent, but I think overall not as effective today as he has been in previous games.
Yeah. Next is my man of the match, and you guessed it, it's Neto.
Yeah.
Again.
You give Neto
bright spark.
You give Neto man of the match a lot.
He's always running up that wing. He's got good feet, trickery.
Yeah.
He's getting crosses in.
Yeah, very impressive.
He's got a good left foot as well.
Yeah, and I think when people watch him, like Graham Souness watched him today, and I think when you don't see him week in, week out, you don't appreciate how good he is. And when people only see him now and again, like Graham Souness don't follow Wolves every week. So he's seen Neto today for the first time in however long, and he was really impressed and saying, this guy could end up playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world, because he's only 20 years old, and he's at a great standard.
And he goes on good runs, he's creative, and he was doing that today again, like usual.
He was taking people on, being positive, got a good left foot. Yeah, I think, what did you give him? Fair enough for a man of the match, okay. And what else then? What did you give the subs? What grades?
Hoover, I gave a 5. He had some errors as well.
Yeah, I think you could see a difference when Johnny went off and Hoover came on.
It impacted.
He just looked less dependable. You couldn't rely on him as much. There was errors in his game more. Some things he did well. Sometimes he nicked the ball well and take it off him, but then maybe he'd give the ball away or lose it. And then he gave a bad free kick away towards the end of the game. A needless free kick that invited pressure, and it was like 90 minutes on the clock or something, and just a bad free kick to give away. It makes your heart
go. You're standing up like, don't score.
I think if Johnny was there, he wouldn't have given that free kick away.
I think he would have been
got himself goal side, stood up, and just
make sure he couldn't get past.
Let their
don't give
player,
a free kick away.
Yeah, let their player just turn and pass it backwards, and then we set up from there. Not have a nibble and give a free kick away. So inexperience there from Hoover. A 5 overall, okay.
And then next Silva, a 6. He had some nice touches. So once he let it through for was Vitinho.
Yeah, it was Vitinho's effort.
And he went over the bar.
Yeah, but like you say, I think generally some nice little bits and pieces from Silva to give him a 6. but it was the big chance of the
He
game that fell
almost
to him.
scored. Oh, if he got
If
that.
he'd have got that, oh yeah, that would have been a great impact, wouldn't it? In fairness, when we first watched it, I thought, oh, he's put it wide.
I know.
I thought he's put
But
that wide.
then on the replay in slow-mo, so it hit them
the
goalie's
goalie,
foot.
yeah.
So
It was actually a good save from Kasper Schmeichel. Spread himself and just got his toe
Just
to
got
the
his
ball
toe
to help
corner.
it. That was going in if he
It
didn't get
was.
his foot to it. So it was a good save from Kasper Schmeichel. But let's not sort of be too hard on Silva because it was going in. It was a good save, and I think other than that, he was quite bright and did do a few nice little bits and pieces here and there.
Next is Gibbs White, a 5. You can't give him any more. He wasn't on.
He was only on the pitch 5 minutes, wasn't he?
Yeah, so you can't really.
You can't give him
too
too low.
like
You can't give him say to make out he was rubbish, but you also
but
can't
then
give him a high
too
score.
high,
So I think a middling 5 is fair enough for Morgan Gibbs White. What's next on your agenda?
Next, it's Dylan's Fact of the Day.
Former Leicester manager Mark McGee once missed one of their matches to attend the wedding of his sister and famous magician Paul Daniels.
Thanks for that, Dylan. Next on the agenda is the general performance.
Okay, so you've graded each half and then the overall performance is normal. Okay, so what did you give the first half?
I gave the first half a 7.
Okay.
We was defensively sound, but not creating as much.
Yeah, we didn't really force Kasper Schmeichel into any saves in the first half.
The goalie wasn't much, was
No,
he?
but the same with Patricio.
Yeah, he
Patricio
wasn't much.
didn't really have to do anything. A regulation save here and there, but nothing serious. So we were strong defensively.
Yeah.
We defended well that one time we got in behind us with the blocks, with Johnny and that scramble. But I think really apart from that time they got in behind us there, we kept them at arm's length. So defensively sound, but don't really create too much. Although we had Neto being very bright.
Neto was very up.
Neto was very bright, and later in the half, Traore caused the
he
problems.
was bright as
We
well.
still failed to create a significant opportunity in the first half. So, in an attacking sense, not created enough, but in a defensive sense, quite solid. So a 7.
Second half, also a 7.
Yeah.
So a lot of 7s today.
There's
isn't
an
it?
awful lot of 7s.
7. Yeah, but with this half, I think we created 2 chances.
Yes.
It was good.
2 good chances.
Yeah, 2.
We spoke about the Silva one.
Yeah.
And one we haven't mentioned was the Neto chance.
Yeah.
Traore did very well. Zip the ball.
He sort his feet
He
out. It
couldn't
was
sort
like,
his feet there.
you know.
Traore zipped the ball across the face of the goal, across the 6-yard box. Neto arriving at the back post. You think it's a tap in, you think it's 1-0 a tap in.
But he couldn't
Just couldn't quite sort his feet out. I think he got a little bit in front of the ball. So that was a good opportunity missed. Neto could have scored, Silva could have scored. So in an attacking sense, better in the second half because we created more opportunities. But
they came close too. So it wasn't like we were just pushing. They were like having to defend all the time.
Kilman made a good block from a Harvey Barnes effort. Semedo with a good back post interception. And the Jamie Vardy header that went just past the post. Brendan Rodgers thought had scored. Brendan Rodgers was up. He was up. Yeah, he thought it was in. We thought it was in. We watched it. It was like, goal! It's a goal.
It looked like it actually
looked like it was going to be a goal. It should have been a goal. It was a miss from Vardy. So second half, they did create a few more opportunities, but we also created more opportunities. So maybe not quite as good defensively in the second half, but a bit better in an attacking sense. So you're balancing it up with the 7 again, aren't you?
Yeah.
So let me guess. The overall performance. We've had lots of 7s for the player ratings. We've had 7 for the first half, 7 for the second half. So I'm going to guess the overall rating for the team, for the overall game, is a 6.
It's a 7.
It's another 7. It's another 7.
I thought you were going to say 7 as well.
It's another 7. Yeah. Fair enough, really. It's another 7.
It was a well-earned point, I think.
Yeah. Leicester are a good team.
Yeah, they're like top 6 teams. So
I think they'll be finishing in the top 6 by the end of the season. Now, if we put in that same performance, say against Sheffield United, Albion, Fulham, teams that are down there, you'd be more disappointed. You'd be disappointed and say, oh man, we've got to get on the front foot and beat these teams. But we've got to take into account that 1, Leicester are a good team in good form, and 2, we're struggling.
Yeah.
We're not in the best of form. So it's a hard 4 point. We've ground it out. We've managed to keep a clean sheet. So those are all positives. So I think a 7 overall
But
for
while
the
you're on that
performance.
subject with us being in bad form, I think because we've drawn against Leicester, I think that should boost our confidence.
Yeah, well, they beat Arsenal, drawed against Leicester. Before that, they drawed against Chelsea. There's only really been like the Palace result when we lost 1-0 and didn't perform very well. That's been a disappointment. There is signs there that we're trying to claw our way back to the level we've seen us in previous years. This season, I think it's all now about being solid and trying to see out the season, picking up results. We know we're not going to be able to transition into being a great flair attacking team now. We tried it.
We tried to go
we can try again.
More attacking.
We can try again in the future.
Like if you have pre-season.
Time to work on it. Another transfer window. It's not something to discard. And I think there'll be times this season we play 4 at the back again when we expect to be on the front foot more, you know.
But we played against Arsenal and we won.
We did, with a 4, but we did look very shaky when until that sending off. But I think the way to go is just to try and be solid, difficult to beat, and grind it out a little bit now till the end of the season.
Yep.
Is there anything left on the agenda, or
it's just a sign off?
Just sign off.
Yeah.
Easy peasy, that one.
Yep. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts on the game. And make sure you join us next time for the Wolves versus Southampton match preview.
On Wondering About Wolves.
Obviously, I'm wondering about Wolves.
Yep.
That's our channel.
That's what I said. On Wondering
But you
About
didn't
Wolves.
say that because I'm...
But I think it's just to say it. There's no problem to say it.
Yeah, but it don't matter because they know it's going to be on Wondering About Wolves.
Okay.
It's our video.
Don't matter, that's it anyway.
Yes.